Today we have an incredible unboxing of over 180 cards dating back over 100 years old. An incredible collection of strip cards. Check them out. Welcome back to Sports Cards with Joe
and Doug.
And Doug, today we are back in the studio with another incredible unboxing. Over 180 cards, 180 strip cards dating back to the 20s. It's just incredible from our incredible consignment from Miss Ginger, and I can't wait for her to see this video because we haven't laid eyes on these cards yet. She hasn't laid eyes on them once they've been graded.
If you're following along the saga, we had 55 of the premium, the higher end Cobbs and Babe Ruths that we did a video on. Opened those up last week, and we sent off another 180 Hall of Famers, celebrities. I think there's some more presidents in here. Charles Lindbergh may be in here.
Oh, yeah.
It is wonderful. I'm so excited. They're all still sealed. I don't know what their grades are. We want them to be authenticated, and we also want them to get a grade. We're happy with either.
Yeah, authenticated is great. Any that landed with grades. And the reason we say that, these aren't brand new Topps Chrome cards. These are over 100 years old, and these were, of course, strip cards that were torn off of strips. That's why they're called that. And so it's very tough to get. What was our highest grade in the last bet?
1.5.
1.5, that's right. We had a 1.5 Ruth and I think a 1.5 Cobb. So we're hoping, so a 2 is an absolute home run on any of these because they were literally hand torn off of strips. So I know we've got Hornsby in this batch, George Sisler,
Tris Speaker, maybe a Christy Mathewson.
Yeah, I believe so. Was Walter in these, I think?
I believe so, yes. And a few presidents, too.
Yeah, so I can't wait to see them because, to be honest, I'm going to be one of her biggest clients because there's some of these I'd love to put in my collection, but I want to see them, and there's going to be plenty of them we're offering on eBay and on GotBaseballCards.com. And speaking of those who watched our last video, we are now offering a number of the previous video are now available on eBay. Ty Cobbs, Babe Ruths, you name it. So go to our eBay under seller Got Baseball Cards and check those out because incredible selection. But let's start ripping. Doug, I'm going to let you have the honors. Which lucky box
we've got a lot of cards here. I'm going to open a box. Joe's going to open a box, and we're just going to. It's like Pack Wars. We'll see who has the lucky, because there are 8 boxes here, and I'm going to pick this one that's sitting right in front of me. Dig into it.
I'm going to get some of these out of the way so we can show off more of them, and then we will come back.
And this is the way SGC sends them to us. We love unboxing. Oh my goodness. I already see a number. Actually,
yeah.
Let me get my glasses. Sorry about that. Oh my gosh, I can see now. All right, right out of the chute.
Yeah, I'm just going to move these out of our way.
I think that'd be great. Great.
Hope you all like our new backdrop. Some of our favorite little toys from our own collections, with more to come because we just threw this together. But
live unboxing takes just a moment. I started with a president, a number 1 president. Actually, not the first president, but he got a grade of a 1. William McKinley. I remember doing a video a couple years ago with Randy, our shipping manager, and he knows the presidents back and forth. He would have a good anecdote about McKinley.
Yeah,
I think my anecdote is that he was assassinated, I believe, or passed away in office.
Passed away in office, I know.
And we go to another president. This time a 1.5. We're on a roll. Love it. I'm ahead so far, Joe.
All right, I'll show off two of mine. I'm starting with Mr. Jack Dempsey, heavyweight champion, SGC Authentic. Jack Dempsey, SGC Authentic.
Maybe one of the greatest boxers of all time.
Absolutely, not maybe. And I'll follow that up with another authentic 1920 W516 Walter Johnson, one of the greatest pitchers of all time, most dominant from his. It's pretty much him and Cy Young were like the two most dominant from that time period.
Crazy. I love it. I mean, these cards were produced in 1921, and I know the cameras might not do it justice, but they're so colorful. I love the pastel colors, and this is Casey Stengel, Hall of Famer.
Sorry, I can't wait. I'm just peeking ahead.
Awesome.
Another Walter Johnson, 1921, different series. Another classic Walter Johnson, authentic.
That's awesome. Tris Speaker, card number 1, one of the greatest players of his era. I wish I could remember his nickname, but I haven't watched that episode of Ken Burns' Baseball to remember it. But great ball player. We got a 1 grade on this one.
Mr. Speaker. Charles, 1920s, they just put 1920s because this was produced over multiple years. Charlie Chaplin.
What? I didn't know. What, did he play second base?
I don't know where he played, but he was quite a character for sure. 1920s era Charlie Chaplin.
We had a visit from a customer that came from St. Louis just the other day. I helped him with his submission. This is Rogers Hornsby, our highest grade out of this box of a 1.5.
This guy was known very well.
It's awesome.
You know, when they say eat your Wheaties, it was common, very common for him. Zach Wheat. Zach Wheat, SGC Authentic. Another legendary ball player, Hall of Famer, Zach Wheat.
Walter Johnson, graded a 1. Love Walter Johnson. Great card.
1925 W590 Max Cash and Carry. Max Carey. Sorry, I'm getting my Chris Berman out of me right now. Max Carey. I've got a string of authentics here. I'm looking for some grades.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, you got a nice one coming
up.
up.
I got a 2. Got a big 2. That's an awesome card. Look how nice that card is. Whoever cut that strip card did a good job. Helped us out today. 100 years later. Phenomenal. Dazzy Vance.
Frank Baker. Frank Home Run Baker.
You got it. Who was the leading home run hitter back in his day? And I think the most home runs he ever hit was 13 in a year. Wait, is that correct?
Home Run Baker. That's how he got the nickname. He led the league in home runs with like 12 or 13. Yeah. So,
right before Babe Ruth hit,
yes.
hit the scene.
Yeah.
Just show off another 2, Joe. I'm just loaded with 2s over here.
Man, I got the whole authentic stack, I think.
I should have done my research on Dave Bancroft. I did do my research on the strip cards, and I understand that most of these series only had about 20, the checklist was about 20 people, and only maybe 4 or 5 of them were baseball players. The others were celebrities and actresses and boxers and Charles Lindbergh and Olympians. It's phenomenal. We have a tremendous amount of cards that we have yet to send off for grading that I want to learn more about these people because they were some of the most important people in the 20s. Dave Bancroft.
Speaking of stars from the 20s, Eddie Cicotte.
Oh, we got us a Black Sox.
I forgot about that, yeah.
I think he's one of the...
Yeah, I believe you're right. I believe he was. Eddie Cicotte. We will double check that. Believe you're right.
I may be wrong. Another 2 for Mr. Bancroft. I believe that was it. Yes. And this is a W515-1 from 1923. 1923. 101 years ago.
I skipped another home run baker because I want to show off one of our boxers, James Jeffries. James Jeffries, legendary boxer. Speaking of legends, I've got a legendary actor coming up. I'm just going to tease that.
I'll keep the boxing trend up with a couple of different Jack Dempseys. I like the fact that we have a variety. There are probably, I want to say, a dozen different strip card series that have been cataloged, and we probably have cards from at least 10 of those. Really amazing.
All right, Doug, you ready to do a Tarzan yell?
No. I'll let you do that for me. I know you can.
I could, but instead I'll just show off Tarzan. Johnny Weissmuller, Olympic star, if I remember correctly.
Absolutely.
Olympic star
He was an
and
Olympic
legend.
swimmer, for sure.
And later Tarzan.
I can do the
They
Carol
picked a guy
Burnett.
who could do the swimming, apparently.
They did. They actually did.
They picked someone
But
who could swim.
he was famous for his Olympic achievements and got that role.
Oh, got some more legends coming up. But I have had nothing but authentics yet, which is okay.
How about
So-
this? Now you
All
got
right.
to give me credit for this combo. We've got a Grover Alexander in a 1.5
And an Elmo.
no,
No.
and a Grover Cleveland president in a
I
1
thought we were going back to Sesame Street days.
because
like
I'm
Grover
pretty
and Elmo.
sure Grover Alexander's full name is Grover Cleveland
Yes.
Alexander, named
Yes.
after the president. We should 2-pack these, I believe. Not Tupac, but 2-pack them. Love it.
Another famous actor, Buster Keaton. Buster Keaton.
I forget what he was famous for. Was he the first Superman or?
I forgot. No, I don't believe so. But very famous actor.
These are genuinely true statements that we don't know what he was.
But other than he was a famous actor.
Another Rogers Hornsby. Just incredible.
I'm jumping in with two more presidents. I'm going to interrupt you.
That's all right.
Woodrow Wilson, who first pushed the League of Nations, which later was the inspiration for the United Nations. Woodrow Wilson. And Zachary Taylor. President Zachary Taylor. I mean, you know what he's well known for.
I do.
Okay, please share because I don't.
My son is named Taylor.
After Zachary Taylor?
No, but still, my daughter is Madison, so I have both presidents. If I had more children, I'd be naming them Lincoln and Washington. I think it's awesome. I am a proud American.
All right, I've got a triple here. Jack Dempsey. Jack Dempsey. And Jack Dempsey. How's that? 3 of the exact same card.
Did they all get grades?
None of them got grades. They're
All right.
all authentic. All little miscut. And the reason, if we didn't explain well in the last video, is that a lot of these will just get authentics because they're either overcut or undercut. Just a poor job of cutting. Again, a lot of them are torn, so they don't meet standard size requirements.
And if you were curious about strip cards, this one gives you an idea of what happens when the younger people decide to tear their cards and they get a piece of candy and tear off a card, and it may look like this, but it gives you an idea of they were literally strips, and there were about 6 or 7 or 8 players on a strip. I have seen SGC grades the full strip. It's really cool to see them when they're not cut, which is even more rare, but these are super rare regardless.
Got another Christy Mathewson.
Oh, awesome.
Christy Mathewson. And I've got one other. You got a Casey Stengel already.
I did have a Casey.
Another Casey
Mighty
Stengel.
Casey at the bat.
And he had a long, long career in MLB. When you think about the fact that he was playing in the early 20s and he was managing, if I remember correctly, till like the late 60s. Because didn't he have like a 65 Topps card, I believe?
Honestly,
Pretty
he
sure
coached. I believe he coached the Mets when they were not very good at all, and he was such a character. I've watched documentaries, either Ken Burns' Baseball or another one on him specifically, and always funny, always entertaining, and also a great manager.
Well, you know what, Doug? I know our video is taking a minute because there's so many of these to show off. So I think we should probably just break this into segments. So if y'all enjoy this, and we will be back with round 2 to show off 2 more boxes at a time, because I want to see what else is in here. So if you are curious about how do we end up with all of these, check out our previous video and go to our YouTube channel under Got Baseball Cards. But we are always here to assist collectors. We're always here to assist collectors with whether you've got cards from the 1920s, whether you've got cards from the 2020s, whatever it is, we're here to help with grading, to help with consignment. We have the longest going, to my knowledge, the longest lasting submission program, group submission program in the industry. We've been working with collectors since 1998, and we process thousands and thousands of cards every month for grading and consignment. So we can help you with either of those two. If you're in the Metro Atlanta area, you can come out to our shop 6 days a week as well. But we work with collectors all over the globe, and we'll be happy to assist you, just like we're helping Miss Ginger with this collection. And these two will be on our eBay store soon and our website. So check them out on GotBaseballCards.com.
I'm lucky. These are brilliant. These are rare. And yes, we have a number of them, but we are very lucky. And I want to thank Ginger for trusting us. We had a great day, a couple of days together, and we look forward to getting these online for sale, and hopefully you can pick up 1 or 2 of them yourself, because they're really incredible.
Yep. Thanks so much for watching, all. We will be back with more great content very soon. Signing off for Joe
and Doug.